Okay, let's unpack this one. We're diving deep into the A-Neuvideo ANI-0108POE-AU today.
Ah, yes, this unit. It's quite the piece of hardware for AV distribution.
Definitely looks like it. And our mission here really is to get past the marketing buzz and understand what this 1x8 HDMI extender splitter is actually doing. How it manages long-distance high-res video.
Exactly. At its core, you've got a single source solution. Takes one HDMI signal, a pretty high bandwidth one at 18 Gbps.
So that's your full 4K 60Hz 4.4.4 color.
That's the one. And it distributes that signal reliably to 8 different displays using standard CA cable.
Gotcha. And we should probably mention the price point and compliance up front. It's listed currently around $601, down from almost $800 MSRP.
Right. And critically, it's TAA compliant.
TAA Trade Agreements Act. So that flags it for certain types of installs, doesn't it?
Precisely. It means it's good to go for U.S. government contracts. So you're generally looking at, well, a focus on reliability, maybe security too.
Okay. So let's talk connectivity. How does it actually hook up?
It's pretty straightforward on the unit itself. You've got one HDMI input, obviously. Then there's an HDMI loop output, which is handy for a local monitor right at the source.
Right, so you can see what you're sending out.
Exactly. And then the main event, 8 RJ45 CT outputs for sending the signal out to the receivers at the displays.
And that distribution, it all runs over a single CT6 or 6A or 7 cable for each display.
Just one cable per run, yeah. Which makes life a lot easier during installation.
How so? I mean, beyond just fewer cables to pull.
Well, the big thing is the built-in PPAS function, power over cable.
Ah, okay. So the main box powers the little receivers at the other end.
Yep, exactly. It's one-way, transmitter to receiver only, but think about it. You only need one power outlet for the main transmitter, instead of needing power at all 8 display locations for the receivers. That saves a ton of hassle, especially with wall mounts or tricky installs.
I can see that. No messing with 8 separate power bricks.
It's a major plus for installers, definitely.
Okay, but here's the trade-off, right? The distance limitation. You don't get an unlimited range with this setup.
Absolutely not. That's the physics of pushing high bandwidth over twisted pair. It's a constant balancing act.
So what are the hard numbers here?
If you're pushing that full 4K 2K at 60 Hz signal, your maximum reliable distance is about 114 feet. Or 35 meters.
114 feet, okay.
But if you drop the resolution down to, say, standard 1080p at 60 Hz, you get significantly more reach, up to about 196 feet or 60 meters.
Interesting. So if you only need 114 feet for the best quality 4K, why stick with CAG cable? Why not fiber for something like this?
Good question. It really comes down to, well, reliability in this context and cost and maybe ease of installation.
How so?
Fiber obviously goes much further. But for these kinds of medium distances, say under 150 feet, a well-implemented CAG system is often cheaper. The cable is arguably easier for many installers to terminate in the field, and it's known to be very stable. It's a design choice, balancing performance with practicality for, like, corporate boardrooms or digital signage.
Makes sense. Let's talk signal quality then. It says HDMI 2.0 and HDCP 2.2 compliant. Supports HDR, HDR10+, plus GIN, Dolby Vision. All the good stuff.
It does. It handles those formats. But there's an interesting detail in how it manages that signal within the 18 Gbps bandwidth, especially over CAT.
Oh.
When you're running that top-end 4K60 4.4.4 signal, the system uses 8-bit color depth.
Not 10-bit or 12-bit.
Right. It's an engineering decision to keep the signal stable and within the bandwidth limits for reliable extension over the copper cable. You sacrifice that deeper color potential to ensure the picture actually gets there intact over distance. Stability is key.
Okay, so stable delivery over distance is the priority. What about audio?
Audio is well covered. You get pass-through for up to 7.1 channel HD audio formats like Dolby True HD or DTS HD Master Audio following the HDMI source.
And it looks like you can pull audio out separately.
Yeah, that's another nice feature. It has audio de-embedding. There are dedicated digital coaxial and analog LR outputs right on the transmitter, so you can easily feed the audio into a separate sound system if needed.
Handy for integration. And managing all these different displays, potentially 8 different TVs or projectors, how does it ensure they all work correctly?
That's where the EDIDE management comes in. There's a 5-pin DIP switch on the unit.
Ah, the classic DIP switches.
Yep. You use those to basically tell the source device the best common resolution and format to send out, ensuring compatibility across all connected displays. It helps avoid those handshake issues you can sometimes get.
And IR control.
It supports one-way IR pass-through as well, so you can control the source device like a Blu-ray player from the display locations using the existing remote.
Okay, so wrapping this up, the ANI-0108POE-AU. It seems like a robust TAA-compliant solution designed specifically for those complex 1 to 8 distribution needs.
Exactly. High bandwidth, POC for convenience, EDIDE management, audio extraction. It ticks a lot of boxes for professional installs. Plus, that 3-year warranty is a good sign of confidence from the manufacturer.
Right.
Which brings us to that final thought, maybe something for you, the listener, to mull over.
Go.
Given that really tight relationship we talked about, distance versus bandwidth, right? That hard ceiling of 114 feet for 4K 60 over CCAT-T.
Yeah.
What does this reliance, this continued design around CCAT cable, tell you about just how incredibly critical your choice of cable is? We're talking Cat6, Cat6A, CT7.
You mean the quality of the actual cable matters more than ever?
Absolutely. The quality, the certification, the installation of that copper, it literally becomes the bottleneck. It dictates your maximum performance in these modern high-bandwidth systems. Something to really think about next time you're planning an install or even just looking at a bundle of network cable.